Ever have a morning where you feel fine, and then out of nowhere your head spins, your legs feel wobbly, or something just seems off? If you're over 60, don't ignore that fleeting unease. For many older adults, strokes don't announce themselves loudly. They creep in with subtle signals that feel harmless at first. A slurred word, a memory lapse, a sudden imbalance. I'm not here to alarm you, but to gently share crucial ways to protect your brain, independence, and future. Surprisingly, strokes often develop quietly over time, from everyday morning routines that seem normal or even healthy, but can strain your circulation. The great news? Tiny, mindful adjustments to your morning habits can drastically reduce your risk. Today, we'll explore 7 common mistakes seniors make at the start of the day and practical swaps to keep your mind sharp, alert, and protected. Your story may help others, so share it in the comments. And join our supportive Health Lab community where seniors learn, thrive, and connect together. Let's start with a morning habit that could quietly stress your brain without you even noticing. Think about this. When you wake up, do you jump straight out of bed, eager to start your day? If so, you're far from alone. It seems natural sunlight streams in, if your routine calls. But here's the catch. Many seniors overlook. Rising too quickly after a night of rest can create a sudden drop in blood pressure, known as orthostatic hypotension. After hours of sleep, your body is in a calm, low-pressure state, and your brain isn't fully primed for a sudden shift. That brief lightheadedness, imbalance, or near-fainting feeling isn't trivial. It's your brain signaling it's not getting enough oxygen. For aging vessels or compromised circulation, that sudden change could spark a mini-stroke or worse. The fix is simple and takes under 2 minutes. When you wake, stay lying for a few slow breaths. Stretch gently, sit up gradually, then place your feet on the floor and pause. Let your body and brain adjust. That small pause can prevent serious risk. Have you ever felt dizzy or unsteady in the morning? Share below your story could help someone else recognize the signs. In the next section, we'll explore a morning step most skip, even though it's crucial for brain health. Can I share a tiny but powerful habit that many over 60 often overlook, even though it could safeguard your brain for years? Here it is. Drink a full glass of water as soon as you wake up. It sounds almost too simple, but the impact is huge. After 7-8 hours of sleep, your body loses water through breathing and sweating. By morning, you're already slightly dehydrated, and your brain, which is roughly 75% water, notices first. Starting the day without water means thicker blood, reduced circulation, and higher blood pressure before breakfast even hits. For seniors, this is especially risky, as dehydration can increase chances of stroke, slow cognitive function, and impair reaction time. If you take medications like diuretics for heart or blood pressure issues, the effect is even stronger. That first glass of water naturally thins your blood, improves oxygen flow to your brain, and gently switches on your system. Think of it like letting fresh air into a closed room, but inside your brain. So before coffee, tea, or morning meds, pause and hydrate. It takes less than a minute, yet your brain will benefit all day. Have you tried this morning ritual yet? Or will you start tomorrow? Share in the comments your small step could spark someone else's healthy habit. And next, we'll cover a breakfast choice many think is healthy, but that could quietly stress your brain. What's on your breakfast plate most mornings? Maybe a bowl of cereal, a slice of toast, or scrambled eggs with a little cheese. Harmless, right? But here's the catch many overlook. Hidden salt in everyday breakfast foods can quietly put your brain at risk. Salt isn't just the shaker on the table. It's packed into processed breads, instant oatmeal packets, breakfast bars, sausages, and even so-called healthy cereals. Pair that with the natural rise in blood pressure every morning, and it can spell trouble, especially for older adults. Excess sodium stiffens blood vessels, strains delicate brain capillaries, and can worsen memory issues, dizziness, or even trigger a stroke. The good news? You don't have to give up tasty foods. Swap flavored instant oats for plain oatmeal with berries or unsalted nuts. Choose boiled eggs with avocado or whole grain toast instead of cheese-heavy eggs or sausage. Even small changes can reduce hundreds of milligrams of sodium. Experts suggest keeping breakfast under 300–400 milligrams of sodium, yet processed foods often exceed that in one serving. Check labels and rethink your morning choices. Your brain will thank you. Have you tried low-sodium swaps for breakfast? Share your tips in the comments. They could help someone else make a healthier start. Let's talk about a morning habit. Most of us rely on coffee, but taken the wrong way, especially on an empty stomach, it could quietly stress your brain. Be honest, is that first cup your go-to every morning? You're not alone. That warm sip feels like the only way to truly wake up. But for those over 60, there's something important to know. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach can spike your blood pressure. Here's why. Caffeine triggers adrenaline, speeds up your heart rate, and tightens blood vessels. For seniors with less flexible arteries, this sudden rise can strain delicate brain vessels, raising the risk of stroke, abnormal heart rhythms, and long-term memory issues. The good news? You don't have to give up coffee. Timing matters. Start with a glass of water to rehydrate. Enjoy a light, brain-friendly breakfast like fruit, whole grain toast, or a boiled egg, and then savor one moderate cup of coffee. Avoid overdoing creamers or sugar, which fuel inflammation. Coffee isn't the enemy, but habits that worked at 40 may not serve you at 60. If you find yourself needing cup after cup, it may signal fatigue, poor sleep, or dehydration. How do you handle coffee now? Share in the comments. Your approach might help someone else. Next, we'll cover a subtle morning symptom many seniors ignore: your brain's quiet early warning. Have you ever woken up and felt just off? Maybe a bit dizzy, your balance slightly unsteady, or your arm feeling weaker than usual? Perhaps your words stumble for a few moments. It's easy to dismiss these fleeting sensations. I must have slept funny, or I'm just tired. But don't ignore them. For many adults over 60, subtle morning symptoms like lightheadedness, brief numbness, or temporary weakness can signal something more serious, such as reduced blood flow to the brain or even a mini-stroke called a thanks in advance transient ischemic attack. TIAs are brief, often lasting only minutes, but they're critical warning signs that a major stroke could be imminent. They frequently occur in the early morning as the body transitions from sleep. If you notice any of these signs, don't wait for them to vanish. Record what you feel, share it with your doctor, and consider using symptom tracking apps to monitor patterns. Every second counts when it comes to brain health. Your body is giving a quiet alert, and listening could save you. Have you experienced one of these unsettling mornings? Share your story in the comments. Your insight could help someone else act in time. Next, we'll cover an often overlooked habit in many senior households: how and when morning medications are taken, because timing can be just as crucial as the pills themselves. How confident are you about your morning medications? Do you take them at the same time every day with water, or do you sometimes forget, take them late, or mix up doses? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many seniors, inconsistent medication habits quietly put brain health at risk. Medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning aren't just routine. They're your brain's daily defense against stroke. How you take them, the timing, the dose, even what you drink them with can make all the difference. Skipping a dose could let blood pressure spike unnoticed. Taking a double dose by mistake could dangerously lower pressure or increase bleeding risk. Even small choices, like using coffee instead of water or skipping food when required, can reduce effectiveness or cause side effects. The good news: simple strategies help. Use a pill organizer, set phone or smart speaker reminders, or keep medications next to a daily habit like your toothbrush or coffee maker. And never adjust doses on your own. These pills work quietly but powerfully behind the scenes. Give them the best chance to protect you. Have you found a system that keeps you on track? Share your routine or memory tricks in the comments. It might be exactly what someone else needs to stay safe. Now, let's talk about one last morning habit that many of us overlook, even though our bodies are sending a very clear warning: delaying your morning trip to the bathroom. Let me ask you something personal. Do you ever wake up and hold it in just a little longer? Maybe you scroll through your phone, check the weather, or wait until after your coffee. It seems harmless, right? But for adults over 60, this small delay can quietly stress your body. Overnight, your bladder fills, and holding it in triggers a stress response. Your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, which raise blood pressure and tighten blood vessels. For someone with high blood pressure or cardiovascular concerns, this early morning hormone spike combined with a full bladder can subtly increase stroke risk. That's not all. Holding urine can also put extra strain on the heart. In some older adults, a full bladder may even trigger irregular heart rhythms, especially if underlying issues like arrhythmia or valve problems exist. High blood pressure plus an irregular heartbeat creates a perfect storm for clot formation and potential stroke. The solution is simple. Listen to your body. When you wake, even with a mild urge, head to the bathroom first before checking your phone, sipping coffee, or getting distracted. Think of it as the first act of self-care each day. No special tools or complicated routines are required. Just a small step that could protect your brain and heart for years. Have you ever delayed your morning bathroom trip? Or did something help you realize it's better to go right away? Share your experience in the comments. It might help someone else recognize a risk they didn't even know they had. Now that we've covered all 7 subtle but powerful morning habits, take a moment to see how they connect. From rushing out of bed, skipping water, ignoring dizziness, eating high-sodium breakfasts, overdoing coffee, mismanaging medications, to delaying your bathroom, these small actions may seem minor, but can quietly wear down circulation and brain health over time. The good news? You don't need to reinvent your entire routine. Start with 1 or 2 habits this week. Take it slow, listen to your body, and trust that small, mindful changes can protect your memory, balance, and independence for years to come. If this video gave you even one useful tip, like it, share it with a friend, and leave a comment below about which habit surprised you most, or which one you'll tackle first. Don't forget to subscribe to Health Lab for simple, practical guidance to support your brain and body every day, because your mornings matter, and so does your health.